DEA says this man is a major part of the problem. He's a rising Mexican drug lord named Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes.
He's blamed for a flood of narcotics into the U.S. And in tonight's Eye on America, Adriana Diaz takes us on the hunt for this dangerous drug lord.
Hi, and welcome to True Crime, a channel dedicated to the dark underworld of criminal activity carried out by gangsters, mobsters, cartel leaders, and others. This video is about the arrest of a member of Mencho's cartel in 2022. The Jalisco New Generation Cartel, also known as CJNG, is one of the most powerful drug trafficking organizations in Mexico, led by Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, aka Mencho. Let's get started. Number 1. Who is Mencho? Mencho, whose real name is Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, is one of the most wanted fugitives in the world. He was born on July 17, 1966, in the small town of Aguililla in the state of Michoacan, Mexico. Mencho began his criminal career in the 1980s as a member of the Mencho cartel, which later evolved into the Jalisco New Generation Cartel. Under his leadership, the Jalisco New Generation Cartel has become one of the most violent and powerful drug cartels in Mexico, responsible for trafficking large quantities of cocaine, methamphetamine, and fentanyl into the United States. Mencho's criminal empire is known for its extreme violence, including torture, kidnapping, and murder. The cartel has been involved in numerous high-profile attacks on law enforcement and government officials, including the 2015 ambush of a military convoy that killed 15 soldiers. Number 2. Impact on the world of drug cartels. Mencho's cartel is a major player in the world of drug trafficking, with operations stretching from Mexico into the United States and beyond. The cartel's violent tactics have made it a feared and respected force within the criminal underworld, and Mencho is considered a kingpin among his peers. The U.S. government has offered a $10 million reward for information leading to his capture, and law enforcement agencies around the world are working to bring him to justice. In recent years, the U.S. government has increased its efforts to target the cartel and its leaders with a focus on disrupting the flow of drugs into the United States. Number 3. History of the CJNG. The CJNG was formed in 2010 following the death of Ignacio Nacho Corral, a high-ranking member of the Sinaloa cartel. Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, also known as Mencho, is believed to be the leader of the CJNG. Since its formation, the CJNG has rapidly expanded its operations across Mexico, becoming one of the most powerful drug trafficking organizations in the country. The cartel is known for its extreme violence, targeting not only rival cartels, but also police officers, politicians, and innocent civilians. Number 4. Operations of the CJNG. The CJNG is primarily involved in the trafficking of cocaine, methamphetamine, and fentanyl into the United States. The cartel is known for its sophisticated smuggling operations, using tunnels, boats, and planes to transport drugs across the border. The CJNG is also involved in a range of other criminal activities, including money laundering, extortion, and the production of synthetic drugs. The cartel has expanded its operations into other countries, including Colombia, Peru, and Spain. The CJNG is organized into a hierarchical structure with Mencho at the top. The cartel has a military-style structure with its members heavily armed and well-trained. The CJNG is known for its use of social media to promote its activities, including videos of executions and other violent acts. Number 5. Efforts to combat the CJNG. The Mexican government has made significant efforts in recent years to combat the CJNG and other drug trafficking organizations in the country. The government has deployed thousands of soldiers and police officers to the states where the CJNG operates, including Jalisco, Michoacan, and Guanajuato. Despite these efforts, the CJNG has continued to expand its operations and maintain its power. The cartel has also been able to corrupt government officials and law enforcement agencies, making it difficult for the authorities to effectively combat the organization. Number 6. Arrest of a key member. The war on drugs in Mexico has been an ongoing battle for decades. The country has been plagued by drug cartels that have wreaked havoc on its people and institutions. One such cartel is the CJNG, or the Jalisco New Generation Cartel. The CJNG is known for its ruthless tactics and extreme violence. Recently, one of its high-ranking members was arrested. This is the story of his downfall. In a major victory for Mexican authorities, the CJNG's regional commander for the state of Jalisco, Jose Angel Gonzalez Valencia, also known as El Mudo, has been arrested in a joint operation by Mexican and U.S. law enforcement agencies. El Mudo is known to be a close associate of the CJNG's leader, Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, also known as El Mencho. El Mudo was arrested on charges of drug trafficking and money laundering. He was one of the most important figures in the CJNG, responsible for coordinating the cartel's operations in the state of Jalisco. The CJNG is known for its violent tactics, and its power and influence have only grown in recent years. The cartel has been responsible for several brutal attacks, including the massacre of 15 police officers in the state of Michoacan in 2019. The CJNG is one of the most powerful and dangerous cartels in Mexico. They have a sophisticated structure and operate like a corporation, with different cells responsible for different aspects of their operations. Their wealth and power have allowed them to corrupt officials and law enforcement agencies, making it difficult to bring them to justice. El Mudo's rise to power within the CJNG is a testament to the cartel's ability to attract and promote individuals who are willing to do whatever it takes to achieve their goals. He started his criminal career as a small-time drug dealer, but quickly rose through the ranks of the organization, becoming one of its most important figures. Former CJNG member, El Mudo was feared and respected by everyone in the CJNG. He was a man of few words, but his actions spoke volumes. He was ruthless and didn't hesitate to eliminate anyone who posed a threat to the cartel. El Mudo's arrest is a reminder that the war on drugs in Mexico is far from over. The CJNG and other cartels continue to operate with impunity, and it will take a coordinated effort by law enforcement agencies and the government to put an end to their reign of terror. Drug policy expert, the arrest of El Mudo is a step in the right direction, but it's not enough. To truly make a difference, we need to address the root causes of drug trafficking and take a comprehensive approach to drug policy that focuses on prevention, treatment, and upon searching for the property, authorities discovered a massive stockpile of weapons, ammunition, and explosives, along with large quantities of drugs, including fentanyl, cocaine, and methamphetamine. It is believed that the suspect was a key member of the CJNG and had been responsible for coordinating the cartel's drug trafficking operations in the region. According to authorities, he had been on the run for several years and had managed to evade capture until now. This latest arrest is a significant blow to the CJNG, which has been rapidly expanding its operations in recent years, establishing itself as one of the most powerful and violent criminal organizations in Mexico. The cartel has been responsible for a string of violent attacks and kidnappings, targeting both rival gang members and civilians. While this latest arrest will undoubtedly disrupt the cartel's operations, it is unlikely to bring an end to the violence and criminal activity that has plagued the region. The CJNG is a highly organized and well-funded organization with deep roots in the region, and it is unlikely that it will be deterred by this setback. In recent years, the Mexican government has launched a series of crackdowns on drug trafficking and organized crime, but the violence and corruption that have long plagued the country continue to persist. While the arrest of high-profile cartel members is undoubtedly a positive development, it will take a sustained effort and a comprehensive approach to tackle the root causes of the problem. In short, the arrest of the CJNG member in 2022 is a significant development in the ongoing battle against organized crime in Mexico. The CJNG has established itself as one of the most powerful and violent criminal organizations in the country, and the capture of one of its key members will undoubtedly disrupt its operations. However, it is unlikely to bring an end to the violence and criminal activity that has plagued the region for decades. It will take a sustained effort and a comprehensive approach to address the root causes of the problem and bring an end to the cycle of violence and corruption. Thank you for watching another amazing video from our True Crime team. Like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned to our next real-life true crime video. Life True Crime.